Okay. Well, we were definitely thrilled with the outcome of our last football game. It was a very hard-fought game by both teams. I thought you could tell by the play of both teams. Both teams wanted to win. It was an important game for our conference race. It was a game that meant a lot. There was a lot riding on it, and fortunately for us, our guys fought to the end. We found a way to win, so we're just happy about the win. Now we've got to build on it, and we've got another good opponent coming in who's playing very well. They're leading our conference. They're undefeated in it. They're a team that is very disciplined. They never beat themselves. They're going to control the clock. They're going to hope that the other team makes mistakes, and if they do, they take advantage of it. So it'll be a tough football game, and our guys got to be ready to play.
Expecting another shootout?
You know what? I don't know. I think that Old Dominion over the last couple of years, they've gotten to where they've become a little more ball control. I think they work the clock a little more. I think they're not into scoring as many points, but take advantage of their possessions and hoping that the other offense makes a few mistakes. And if you do, they can get up on you. And when they do, they're very good. So we've got to play sound football. We've got to find a way to get some stops on defense. We've got to find a way to not turn it over on offense and give ourselves a chance every time we touch it to be in the football game.
How important was that win Saturday, not just from the standings perspective, but from morale and everyone feeling like they really accomplished it?
Well, it was huge. I mean, anytime you lose a game, it's tough. I mean, when you lose a close one, it's even tougher. And when you lose a couple in a row that are close, it's extremely tough. And really the only thing is you start to lose a little bit of confidence and start to maybe not believe that you can accomplish the things that you'd like to. So, you know, those are the things that normally creep in when you find a way to not get over the hump. But it was great to get the victory because our guys did want to win. It did mean something to them. Did we play perfect? No, by no means did we. We've got a lot of things to correct. We've got a lot of deficiencies that we've got to try to shore up as much as we can to become a complete football team. But that's all part of it. That happens during the season. You've got to find ways to adjust and get better, and hopefully we can make some strides this week and play a very solid all-around football game this week.
I don't know if you realize, but y'all have alternated wins and losses in every game this year. Is that something that you maybe look at and think that you can get a couple of 2 or 3 wins in a row and string together some confidence, or do y'all just kind of?
Well, no, we take it one at a time, but I think, you know, anytime you can get some momentum, it helps, and I think that being back in our stadium is always beneficial. But this is a tough conference game. This is a game, once again, with a lot riding on it. You know, if Old Dominion wins the football game, they're in control, and you know, whoever can find a way to win is going to continue to be have a chance for that championship shot, and I think that's what both teams want. Both teams are capable, and you know, we've got to just worry about this game and find a way to win.
Coach, for the past couple of weeks, you've been talking about putting together a full 4-quarter game in all 3 facets. How close do you feel your team is to actually being able to put together the offense, defense, special teams in all 4 quarters? Well,
we're not close enough right now. I think that offensively, we did some good things in the first half. We didn't punt. Unfortunately, they didn't punt either. I think as a defense, you've just got to find ways to get stops. I think, you know, if y'all look at our defense this past week, we just give up way too many perimeter throws, bubble screens, running back bubble screens, wide receiver screens. If we can take away those and then stay on top and not give up the deep ball over our head and make them throw real routes, we'll be a lot better. And so those are things we've got to get shored up, and it's easier said than done, but you know, we can get better at that, and I think we've got to find a way to get that done offensively. If we can not turn it over, I think, you know, we can give ourselves a chance. I think we've got to be patient enough, including myself, that teams are playing the pass against us, and they're playing deep, and we've got to run the football even more than we probably have been, and make sure that we're creating some one-on-one matchups, but we're not getting a whole lot of chances to throw it over people's heads right now. They're playing deep, and we've got to find ways to be efficient and effective running the football, and be patient as an offense and as a play caller to make sure that we're you know, doing what's there and taking advantage of the opportunities the defense gives us.
Defensively, what sort of things can you do to limit those short passes?
Well, we've got to get up and challenge things more. We've got to get set. We've got to have the proper alignment. And when those things happen, we have to react a lot faster. Our guys are playing on their heels. They're not coming downhill. We're not getting off blocks. We're allowing ourselves to get blocked on the perimeter. We're getting cut all the time. The few times when we did fight through, we made excellent plays. And if you can do that a few times, it makes those guys not want to run those plays anymore. But if you're just going to give them perimeter throws and give them those easy completions, you're going to be in for a long day. So we've got to work on that more. We've got to make sure it starts with proper alignment. We've got to make sure we got our eyes in the right spot. We've got to see the quick throws. I think sometimes we think they're going to fake the quick throw and throw it over our head, which is a concern, but everyone doesn't have to worry about that. We've got to have people that are in the alley, that are dropping down, be aggressive and attack that and make the tackle. And we've got to get help from our linebackers too. They've got to be able to bump out and see that and react. So it's a full team thing, but it's things we can correct, but we're going to have to work on it and make sure that our guys really understand what the offense is trying to do.
Have you seen Nicholas Norris grow over these last few years?
Well, Nick's always been a competitor. He wants to win. He wants to get the ball. He wants to score touchdowns. I think that his maturity level has improved each and every year. He's always going to have his own flair and personality, which is fine, but he's got to make sure to keep it in check. And I think for the most part, he's done a very good job this year. But we like having guys that want the ball, and we like having guys that want to win. We like having guys that are willing to compete even when they're a little nicked up, which he is nicked up at this point. But he plays hard. He's into it. And I think he understands that if our team does well, that's the most important thing.
Do you remember his recruiting process or how you guys came to find out?
You know what? Really, it was my first year as an assistant. He probably wasn't as highly recruited as he would like just because of his height. And, Coach Lamar Thomas knew about him, and we were able to bring him in. And, he's got quickness, he's got speed, and he likes football. And I think if you have those things, you got a chance. And then, he played as a true freshman, him and Taywan Taylor, and they had their struggles the first year like every true freshman would. But he's got a lot of confidence. He plays that way. He's got swagger. And a lot of your better receivers, that's their personality. So he's done a very good job.
You don't want to jinx anything. Do you think you guys are as close to full strength as you guys have been for a lot of the season?
Well, you know what? I was happy that T.J. McCollum got back and played for us. He didn't play as well as he normally does because he's been injured and he's still a little nicked up, and he didn't get to practice. Nick Dawson, we'd like to get back full time. He played one series, but we need to get him in there more. But he hadn't practiced all week, so we're hopeful that he can get back to normal this week. We missed having Joe Brown in there for the first half, and when he got in there, it made a difference for us. So, those guys on defense make a difference. We got to make sure that we get them healthy, and then we've just got to continue to work and rotate guys in there, keep them fresh. I do think sometimes our guys get tired. It wasn't one of our better games up front with the defensive line, and normally we've been very strong there. So we've got to get back to working the fundamentals, and they've got to get back to playing hard. And if they get tired, we've got to get some guys in there for them. But we need a little more production than we had the past game.